by the Russians. Moscow said it was ready to guarantee the inspectors' safety, but brushed aside US calls to demilitarize the site. Iraqi medical sources say that 2 people have been killed and several others injured in clashes in the highly protected Green Zone in Baghdad. The violence comes after hundreds of supporters of the powerful Shia cleric Muqtada al-Sadr stormed the presidential palace, following an announcement that he was withdrawing from politics. A problem with one of the engines has forced NASA to postpone the launch of its new rocket, Artemis 1, just 40 minutes before it was due to blast off on an unmanned test mission to the Moon. The delay disappointed the tens of thousands who'd gathered at Cape Canaveral in Florida. Experts are warning that water-related disasters, from storms and floods to droughts, could cost the global economy more than $5.5 trillion by mid-century. They said the bill last year was $224 billion and that global warming is escalating the economic cost. The United States Federal Trade Commission says it's suing the data broking firm Kochava for selling geolocation data from hundreds of millions of mobile devices. The Commission says the data could be used to trace people's movements. BBC News.
Radio Cayman's 12 p.m. newscast is brought to you by Health City Cayman Islands. World-class healthcare within your reach.
Whether it's routine care or highly complex surgery, when it comes to your health, you want the best. Health City has Cayman's most comprehensive range of in-house medical services. Recognized for quality and excellence, Health City brings together expert doctors, the best technology, and the latest techniques to understand your health and ensure you get the care you need. From Camana Bay to East End, you can trust the team at Health City. Health City, world-class healthcare within your reach.
Play your part in giving information. If you see news happening, contact our newsroom 949-7799.
I fear the Burger King is losing it.
Is he adding more sandwiches to the 2 for $8 again?
Yes, look.
And the crispy chicken. Ooh, and the Yumbo ham and cheese. The Whopper, the Big Fish.
The best deal on island just got even bigger. Choose from the iconic Whopper, crispy chicken sandwich, original chicken sandwich, the Big Fish, the Yumbo ham and cheese. And make any of them spicy. And 2 for just $8. Only available at Burger King.
Breitling watches are defined by quality, innovation, and style. And you have the chance to win one in August during Kirk Freeport's 50th anniversary sweepstakes. Each month, lucky shoppers have the chance to win a piece of jewelry or a watch from luxury brands. Every purchase of $100 at any Kirk Freeport store gains you entry into the monthly drawing. So stop in today. Next up, September's prize is the Chopard Happy Dreams bracelet. View terms and conditions on KirkFreeport.com.
Stay clean, stay safe, hey man. Reflections sells gallons of sanitizer for only $25. Buy 2 clip-on sanitizers for just $5. Reflections has the best KN95 masks or reusable cloth masks, and you can get 2 for only $5. Blue surgical masks and face shields are available for children and adults, as well as 10 and 50 packs of black surgical masks. Volume discounts available at Reflections. Jose's Rubus, Reflections Hemp and Tobacco, all 5 Liquor for Less locations, and Food for Less open 24 hours every day. Don't miss the Liquor for Less incredible priced better markdown. Hundreds of fine from $2.99. Cases of ice cold below wholesale prices. Save $10 off liters of absolute exclusively at Liquor for Less. Prices so low we can't say them on the radio.
Your financial news is brought to you by Cayman National, proudly serving the Cayman Islands since 1974. Visit www.caymannational.com for up-to-date information on all your banking needs. And follow us on social media.
Checking the markets, the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P 500 all in the red. The Dow down 17 points, the S&P 500 down 4, and the NASDAQ down 58. Investors remain unnerved by the Federal Reserve's pledge to keep interest rates high as long as it takes to tame inflation. Inflation, its impact on the economy, and the Fed's battle plan remain Wall Street's main focus. Last week, Fed Chief Jerome Powell indicated the central bank will raise rates into next year and keep them elevated as it tries to quell demand and bring down prices for goods and services. The Fed's last 2 hikes have been by 0.75 points, and Wall Street is expecting a third such increase in September. That's according to CME Group. Some investors had hoped that the Fed would ease up on rate hikes into next year if inflation subsides. That sentiment led to a rally for stocks in July and early August. All three major indexes are now lower this month. With Radio Cayman's Financial News, I'm April Cummings.
No matter where you are or where you're going, you deserve to be in control of your freedom. Introducing the new Cayman National online banking and mobile app experience. Enjoy quick and safe access with facial recognition and fingerprint login. Transfer funds and pay bills with ease. Sign up for online banking today and download our new mobile app available in the App Store and Google Play Store.
Your financial news is brought to you by Cayman National, proudly serving the Cayman Islands since 1974. Visit www.caymannational.com for up-to-date information on all your banking needs. And follow us on social media.
The Weather Report is brought to you by Kirk Home Center. We've got a great deal in store for you.
This is the official public weather forecast prepared by the Cayman Islands National Weather Service. A tropical wave over the western Caribbean will support showers and thunders across our area through tomorrow. Satellite images show extensive cloudiness over the Cayman area along with some showers and lightning. A reminder, repairs are being carried out on the radar dome, so images won't be available during the day, but are expected in the evenings. This will continue over the next few days until repairs and the assessment are completed. In the forecast for today, as you've seen if you looked outside today, cloudy skies, 60% chance of showers and some thunder. Temperatures rising to the upper 80s, winds southeast 5 to 10 knots, seas slight, wave heights 1 to 3 feet. For tonight, cloudy skies, still 60% chance of showers in the forecast. Temperatures dropping to the upper 70s, winds southeast 10 to 15 knots, and seas slight to moderate, wave heights increasing slightly 2 to 4 feet. To the tides, the next low tide is at 4:21 p.m. this afternoon, followed by a high at 10:26 p.m. and a low 4:57 a.m. tomorrow morning. Sunset is at 6:41 p.m. this evening. The outlook calls for an upper-level system to support cloudy spells, some showers and thunder across the Cayman area, at least through Wednesday.
At Kirk's Home Center, we can make your life much better. We got it all together. We got a great deal in store for you. From cookware to stereos, from power just to plumbing supplies. Yeah, we got the best goods with the best price and a service to make you smile. At Kirk's Home Center, we got a great deal in store for you.
The Weather Report is brought to you by Kirk Home Center. We've got a great deal in store for you.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Make Subway your lunchtime destination for your favorite subs, salads, pizza, wraps, and snacks.
All right, pleasant afternoon, Cayman. Let's take a look on the traffic situation on this rainy, overcast, windy Monday morning. Bus streets in Georgetown. Got some pedestrian movements, as well as some slow-paced traffic along Shedden Road, westward bound especially. And looking down at Godfrey Nixon Way, bit of traffic heading towards Eastern Avenue. Of course, Eastern Avenue got some slow-moving traffic. So you head out to your favorite Caribbean restaurants. Edward Street, northward bound traffic heading towards 4th Street. And of course, Seafarers Way will have some light traffic, similar with North Church Street, South Church Street. We're heading to the eastern districts. Traffic is flowing moderately, of course. You've got wet roads to contend with, so be careful. Already saw someone, one vehicle has went off the road just outside the passport office into the shrubbery. So be careful of the speed you're traversing with. Looking at the Butterfield roundabout, very much busy at the moment. Some traffic coming off the Esselie Tibbetts. Traffic heading east if you're going towards Dorsey Drive or CSC. Traffic coming out of there as well. So, of course, Georgetown looking fairly busy this time of the afternoon. Heading towards the airport to catch a flight. Roberts Drive, light traffic at the moment. And we advise you to buckle up and stay safe. Remember, there are pedestrians crossing. And depending on the speed you're going at, you don't want to be going too fast. Remember, roads are wet. Be careful out there. Buckle up and stay safe. Traffic report brought to you by our good friends at Subway.
Subway makes it easy for you to stay on top of your health and wellness goals with our Fresh Fit menu options. Choose from 5 Fresh Fit Subway sandwiches with only 450 calories or less per 6-inch sub. Turkey breast, veggie, oven roasted chicken, Black Forest ham, sweet onion chicken teriyaki, or make your 6-inch Fresh Fit sub into a salad or wrap prepared with fresh vegetables. For a full menu and nutritional information, visit subway.ky. Subway. Eat fresh.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Make Subway your lunchtime destination for your favorite subs, salads, pizza, wraps, and snacks.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, he hath founded it upon the seas.
George Wellenward Bodden,
1924 to 1993.
George W. Bodden, son of Blucha and Toslin Bodden, was educated at the one-room schoolhouse in East End. In 1942, he joined the Military Defense Force of the Jamaica Home Guard, in which he became a non-commissioned officer. He married Aloda Rankin, with whom he had 2 children. He became a seaman in 1946, and from 1948 to 1967, he worked for national bulk carriers. When he retired from sea, his engineering experience earned him a supervisory position with a local construction company that erected Cayman's first steel building. During the construction of Owen Roberts Airfield, Mr. Bodden was a supervisor with the contractors. He served East End as mailman, shoemaker, scoutmaster, and organist, and built the first upstairs movie theater. He was the first in East End to use electricity in his home, and later owned the district's first satellite dish. He was the United Church's full-time organist. George W. Bodden was a trustee for the International College of the Cayman Islands from 1976 until his death.
See Beneath the Surface, the return of the Alex Panton Foundation Gala. This remarkable maritime-themed experience awaits you. Saturday, September 10th. Cocktails begin at 6. See Beneath the Surface, the Alex Panton Foundation Gala Event 2022, Grand Cayman Marriott Beach Resort. A formal occasion developed, sponsored, and supported by Rotary Central Cayman Islands. The Alex Panton Foundation Dinner and Fellowship. Fundraising laser-focused on education, intervention for children and young people around mental health resolution, suicide prevention. Get your tickets, get your corporate tables. Email ally.spears@outlook.com. That's ALLY.SPEIRS@outlook.com or eventpro.ky. Rotary, all the good you imagine.
Radio Cayman's Historical Vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Now you can listen to Radio Cayman everywhere.
Everywhere.
Can you hear me now? Everywhere. Everywhere.
Yes, right from your Android or iPhone. Download the Radio Cayman app now on your Android or iOS phone.
The Radio Cayman app
is where you can listen to Radio Cayman everywhere you go.
Everywhere we go, we go. Everywhere we go, we go.
Find it in the Google Store, the Apple Store, or use the link at www.radiocayman.gov.ky.
Yes, now you can listen to Radio Cayman everywhere.
In answer to his question about the subjects.
There are more questions than answers.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today.
Oh, what a compliment. For that, I thank you.
What is happening know they are hopeless and hungry.
Now it's time for us to stand up for God or we fall to nothing.
It's time now for Radio Cayman's Talk Today. If you're ready to talk, we're willing to listen.
Cayman Islands foremost listeners participation program.
Listening to the general public, what the public is saying.
And good afternoon, Radio Cayman Nation, and a very happy Monday. Thank you for tuning into your station of the nation, Radio Cayman. I'm Raymond Singh, filling in for Mr. Sterling Dwayne Ebanks. On today's show, we are pleased to be sitting down with members from Big Brothers Big Sisters, Rotary Sanctuary, and then later in the show, we have Open Line from about 1:45. As always, we do welcome your stories, feedback, and questions and invite you to join the conversation. Simply dial 1-800-534-8255. That's 1-800-534-TALK or 949-8037. Or you can always WhatsApp us at 925-3261. Back with more Talk Today right after this brief disclaimer.
Talk Today is brought to you by Subway, open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration, Tourism and Transport. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. MedLab in Smith Road Plaza, your complete medical laboratory solution. Call 949-7331. And Savannah Pharmacy in Countryside Shopping Village, convenient opening hours including Sundays and holidays.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today, the Cayman Islands' foremost listeners participation program. We ask our listeners to avoid statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use any indecent language or make any statement which is false or misleading. Email talktoday@candw.ky or call 1-800-534-8255.
Courtesy of Live Communication.
Let your voice be heard.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today.
And welcome back to Talk Today. I'm Raymond Singh, filling in for Mr. Sterling Dwayne Ebanks. As always, we do welcome your stories, feedback, or questions, and invite you to join our conversation. Our number is 1-800-534-TALK. That's 1-800-534-8255 or 949-8037. Or for the WhatsApp crew out there, 925-3261. And again, welcome back to Talk Today. We have from Big Brothers Big Sisters, Miss Angela Martins and Miss Charmaine Miller, doubling up from the FRC.
I know.
As well.
I'm wearing two hats today.
Double hats. You got dual hats on.
But she's also a member of the Big Brother Big Sister board.
Right.
Yes.
Yep.
Now, is that a new step?
It is. I've recently I joined the board. Was it about two or 3 months ago, I believe?
Whenever May was.
The year's flying, so it's sometime like recently.
Yeah. So I am the operations chair as well as the fundraising co-chair.
So what was the motivation behind, because you wear a big hat at FRC.
Right.
You do have a very heavy role over there in program coordination for
Sure.
all of their, and they have quite an array of services.
We do.
Now you're stepping into another basket. Is there a motivation? Do you just want more work?
Do I just like more work? Partially. But motivation, I think it's, I really enjoy the work that Big Brothers does, and I feel like there's a lot of synergy with what they do in my professional career.
Sure.
So I thought it would just be a perfect match. They were looking for board members and the time was just right. I'm very, very much committed to supporting programming that supports youth in general.
Sure.
And so, I just thought it was a perfect match.
Nice. And
perfect
so
match.
the role is operations coordinator.
Operations chair and fundraising co-chair.
All right, so back in the fundraising.
Mm.
That's always a fun one.
I don't know. I was voluntold to do that one.
That was a totally sarcastic comment on my part.
Voluntold by Miss Angela.
Nobody signs up for the fundraising.
No
committee.
one.
They get everybody gets voluntold onto that.
But you can't say no to Miss Angela, so I'm like, I got it. Yep.
No, and that's, you know what? Everyone knows I'm glad you were. So, Miss Angela, for Big Brothers and Big Sisters, how long have you been involved in your role as executive director?
Well, I really have to credit Pilar Bush with nudging often enough.
Voluntoling.
And I came on board in March of 2020.
Okay.
And that was sort of as deputy chair in there somewhere. And then in March of 21, I became executive director, and I've remained here ever since. And it's really been transitioning the organization into upgrading us to meet international standards, setting new processes in place for the whole onboarding of both adult volunteers and littles.
Sure.
And then looking, as we have with FRC through Charmaine, to how do we begin to identify emerging needs in youth and develop programs that respond to those needs. And that speaks to the new program that we were talking with you about, which is our teen parent mentoring program, which is a response to what is a local reality of teen mothers. But how can Big Brother, Big Sister Cayman Islands proactively provide supports to these young girls at risk and help them realize a much brighter future in spite of whatever challenges they may face?
Sure. And we'll dive into that program a little more. Just backtracking back to the international standards, how has international Big Brothers, Big Sisters kind of evolved over the past 10, 20 years, or has there been much evolution on the international standard that we then copy?
Yeah. Well, I think it's important for us to appreciate that Big Brother, Big Sister started in the U.S., and so the international standards, as we call them, are the U.S. standards. Okay. There are about 11 of us that are international entities, international affiliates, and we are under the umbrella of Big Brother, Big Sister International, which has an affiliate agreement with U.S. Big Brother, Big Sister America that allows us to use the brand, which is the purple, the logo, the purple color, what have you, but also
purple nails.
Personal. But in order we are audited by International every year in the spring. And in order to maintain the affiliate status, there is a very, very rigorous audit document that looks at governance, it looks at operational procedures, it looks at the HR component, the finance component. It looks at every aspect of the way we operate as an NPO. And we send that off to the international office, and where necessary, they come back and have conversations with us. They have not been, I want to say from my understanding, all that particularly involved. However, in the last year or so, and up to 2 days ago, when I was on a call, much more involved now, much greater conversations going on. And I look among the international affiliates at what's best practice across the globe, whether that's in Israel, in New Zealand, in Switzerland, wherever. So we're actually meeting on Zoom calls and talking about what we're doing and how we can support each other, how we can learn from each other, which is just brilliant.
That's great. Charmaine, coming in relatively new into this. Have you been involved with Big Brothers previously?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so this is all new for you.
Yeah, it is all new for me, but I'm thoroughly impressed with, just the continuous relationship that BBBS Cayman has with BBBS International. I'm all about fidelity, and ensuring that programming is following a certain standard, and that's something that from the get-go, Miss Angela talked about, making sure that as part of her role in that ED position, we were meeting international standards, and I definitely want to back those kind of initiatives.
That's great.
So it's very impressive. And she's doing this all on her own, by the way. No, really.
Okay, that wasn't a joke. You actually are. All right, that's fantastic.
We are going to be recruiting soon, but currently she is the only BBBS staff.
Oh, what a good time I'm having.
It's a lot. No, it's a lot to juggle.
It is. And one has to be realistic. I am grateful that Charmaine is our operations chair, which means she has oversight over operations. And we have quite a lot of candidates that we'll be looking at because we need to bring a case manager on board. Right. And it's things like this walk run that add to the mix that allows us to bring the requisite staff we need on board and therefore able to do more programming. And I think one of the things I really want to leave with our audience, because it's always a concern in the nonprofit world, but every dollar that we get in BBBS goes straight into programming. We don't hold cocktail parties or what have you.
No, of course.
It is absolutely into the staffing and the resourcing that we need to both make a match and support the sustainability of a match. Mm-hmm. And having said that, there's one other thing I want to say, and that is that to every parent who feels that their child could benefit in some way from a big sister or a big brother, check us out. We're in Elizabethan Square, Baden House, Unit 211, 326-7967. Don't call all at once. How about that? But it's really important that parents and everyone understand that our goal is not to make millions and millions of matches, as many as we can, yes, but to really follow rigorous standards and make healthy, sustainable matches for the longer term. Mm-hmm. Because we want children to see beyond the realities of where they are and to realize fabulous potential that lies within. But it is that engagement with their big. It's that opportunity to be challenged. I think one of our little said it well. I hate reading, but he's always pushing me. Another big said, I think I've made a mistake. And I said, what have you done wrong? I introduced him to golf. I said, your problem. It's just wonderful. I mean, I wrote a letter for a big just Thursday, someday last week. Prior to the 22nd, though, he was taking his little, he'd been matched for 6 years. He was taking his little to Miami because this little is writing an exam that will give him access to medicine in the UK because he's going into year 13 at prep, and he's banned on being a doctor. So we another girl is just starting through government scholarship at Catholic school in year 12. Just some markers that are is not just the academics, absolutely, but it's the littles telling us, I like how he challenges me. I don't always want to do the stuff, but I can see why it's a good thing for me to do it. And a little twerp, 8 years old, says, she told me that we were going to the gallery and I didn't know what that was. But did you know it's national? I said the two words go together, darling. And
that's empowering.
Yes.
I mean, it's a lot of
and now she wants to go there again, you know. And can I draw like that? And I said, of course you can, you know. So it's the small things that it's the life of a child.
Sure.
It's an adult not spending money, but an adult giving of themselves.
Right. It's
time. It's sharing experiences. But it's opening the mind of this child that the world is bigger than anything that you've seen, and that is your oyster, but you have to apply yourself. So education is a huge deal for us. And we started last year. I instituted it. A back-to-school project, and we just completed it, and really thrilled that all of our littles have gone back to school with school bags that are packed school-specific and year-specific. Right. So exactly everything you need is in that bag.
That's great.
With the clear view that now you go and perform kind of thing. So, yeah, everything we do is how do we help these children to be the best they can be? Because ultimately, it's about them.
It's very empowering to hear those success stories.
I agree.
And there are a lot of them.
Who doesn't like stories? I mean, I think it's a great way of connecting with the audience.
Yeah. It is, especially especially from the other side of, I like hearing how someone has evolved through the program, 6 years and now going off to med school at some point.
Yeah.
That kind of sort of hear a young adult come back and say, this was the benefit of those experiences. On that note, though, let's go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll delve more into the Teen Parent Program and some of the other community-based programs that you're offering.
No worries.
Back to more talk today, right after this.
Yeah.
Busy. Feel like there's not just enough hours in the day. Savannah Pharmacy, service to make your life easier. Now you can WhatsApp your prescription order to 929-5045. And pickup is just around the corner with everything your family needs and convenient opening hours including Sundays and holidays. WhatsApp your prescription order to 929-5045. Savannah Pharmacy, wholesome values with modern conveniences.
For medical lab services in Cayman, go straight to MedLab. Blood test, x-ray and mammogram, all of that is MedLab. Affordable fees and friendly service, a full professional team. MedLab is always comfortable. MedLab is always clean. For medical lab services in Cayman, MedLab.
Call 949-7331 and ask about MedLab's new state-of-the-art digital mammogram machine.
Subway's giving you flavor around the clock with the new Chicken Squad sandwich options. Try the classic chicken and bacon ranch, the sweet and savory barbecue chicken, or the chicken cordon bleu. 3 new appetizing and delicious sub options that you can also make into a wrap. The Chicken Squad is available at Subway for only a limited time. Subway, giving you something to cluck about.
The offices of dermatologist Dr. Wayne Porter will be taking appointments from September 1st till September 8th at his Crew Road Clinic. Appointment slots are limited, whether you're seeking advanced skincare, Botox, filler, cosmetic skin enhancements, or simply looking to reduce wrinkles. Dr. Porter offers a full-service dermatology and dermatological surgery practice. For more information, email dr.portercayman@gmail.com or call 946-9020 to book your appointments today. That is 946-9020.
Wouldn't it have been grand if you had purchased land 30 years ago? It may not be 2020, but a perfect vision has never been more clear. Cayman Brac and Little Cayman, poised for growth with an eye on the future. Your land, your history, your future. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
We are now in the hurricane season, and to survive a hurricane, you need to be informed. If you have been informed by official sources that a hurricane is approaching the Cayman Islands, and you live in a low-lying area that is prone to flooding or near the beaches, which may be swept by high tides or storm waves, please seek a safe place and high ground. If the only way for you to get to a safe place is a road that is also likely to be flooded during a storm, please leave home early. Don't run the risk of being stranded. This has been a public service announcement from your community station, Radio Cayman.
Talk today. But I do have some questions. Talk today.
Cayman Islands foremost listeners participation program.
Listening to the general public.
Cayman Islands foremost listeners participation program.
Radio Cayman Talk today.
Because
There are more questions than answers.
waiting to take your calls right now.
What the public is saying.
And welcome back to Talk Today. I'm Raymond Singh, filling in for Mr. Sterling Dwayne Ebanks. And again, in case you're just tuning in to the show, we have in studio Miss Angela Martins and Miss Charmaine Miller from Big Brothers Big Sisters here to talk about an upcoming 5K fundraiser event. A bit more context into the programs that Big Brothers Big Sisters are currently offering. So the main or the primary program that Big Brothers Big Sisters does offer is the community-based match program between bigs and littles. Walk us through a bit about that program, where it's at right now, as far as numbers and what you need from the community to help keep that program growing.
Okay. First, I want us to appreciate that the community-based matching program is basically the hallmark program of Big Brother Big Sister. Yeah. It was the program that it started with. If you look at affiliates across the world now, there's just a plethora of programs that they offer far beyond this. But this is really just kind of the bread and butter of things. That program, and earlier in the show, I talked about really reaching out to parents to say that it is not a program for necessarily what we want to call at-risk children. The child could just be shy. And a big sister or a big brother is going to help. So it's so we are there. Call us up 326-7967, and we'll answer any question relative to how we might be able to help your child. Always interested in girls. Now we get a lot of boys because people seem to think boys are bad and girls are quiet and good. Girls need as much attention as boys do. And when we come to the second program, it'll give its own explanation. The other piece is, so basically, when we get children coming in, as we have, 17 of them now in various states of processing, we meet with the parent, and we do a complete application. We do an inquiry form first, because we really want to know, can we help can we match this child? The child may have some particular medical issues or mental health type issues. And what we try to do is not to turn a child away. And so therefore, we work with our colleagues, whether at FRC, perhaps at Alex Panton Foundation, others, in some cases it's ARC and Resilience Cayman, depending on how we can interject some support into that family. So we look at that, but if this is a child that we feel comfortable, we can match, and that they can be a healthy part of a healthy relationship, then it's a full application form. We interview mom, and we interview the child separately. And in the interview with the child, we carry out what we call a developmental asset survey. And this is a piece of work done by the Search Institute in the U.S. The Search Institute's research has found that each of us have 40 developmental assets, 20 internally and 20 externally. And the extent to which these are developed really is how rounded and how healthy we are as individuals. And we do it on that onboarding process, and then on the anniversary of a match every year after that, because we want to see how the health of the child is changing year on year. Once we've done that, the child and all that processing is done, that child is sort of in a pile ready to be matched. And simultaneously, we're taking adults through a fairly rigorous process, police record and references and all kinds of stuff. And then they do 5 hours of training, 3 hours with us, which is really focused on child safety, mentoring relationships, and a general understanding of Big Brother, Big Sister. And then 2 hours, which is the darkness to light training. Mm-hmm. And I did miss a step. So much stuff. But when an adult expresses an interest, we do a 1 hour virtual orientation, and that's done twice a month, second Thursday and fourth Thursday of the month, noon on the second Thursday, and 6 o'clock on the fourth Thursday. And that's a general overview on BBBS, on the programs we offer, and how to go about becoming a big. After that, you get a SurveyMonkey link. You tell us what you're interested in, and then we process from there on.
Is there a discrepancy between the number of littles that you have and the number of bigs? Do you need more bigs in the program? Is it an ongoing recruitment process?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We are interested. We continue to be interested in male and female bigs. I will always be shouting out for parents to be more thoughtful about their daughters and to invite them to consider a big sister for them. Because we're going to talk about the second program that we just launched.
Yes.
And it's a good indicator of why it's important that we're more aware and more sensitive to the fact that girls are quiet in the classroom or quiet at home. How do we help her come out of her shell? How do we help her feel more confident in herself, which leads to better decision making and all those sorts of things? So absolutely, littles, yes. Well, that's what we call the youth once they're matched.
Sure.
And bigs are the volunteers who express an interest to serve with us. And then there's a slew of other volunteers. You could help us with fundraising, admin work, with graphics. Oh, my goodness.
Where is your we have to go to commercial break in a moment, but where is your current shortage of volunteers needed the most? Like, where's the gap that you're looking to fill right now?
Good question.
Or at least over this calendar year, next 4 or 5 months.
I would want to say that folks who are really good fundraisers. Seriously.
That's a tough one. It's a really tough one.
And that's not just working with Charmaine on an event, but someone who's comfortable to be trained up and to go into a space and to sell BBBS.
Right.
Because we are totally a nonprofit. So it is critical that we have a sustainable financial base in order to do this work. And one of the big pieces for us is to be able to attract multi-year funding, which will allow us to go and hire the staff, because we know we can sustain that because children are coming more and more. I mean, I've been working alone over the summer, but what's been continuously surprising to me is emails and phone calls. I just heard about your program. Can I get my 3 boys in? Or can I get my 2 girls in? And that's quite novel, but still it's indicative that parents are saying, there's a service that can help me.
Sure. Sherman, anything to add before we go to commercial break?
Not at this time. I'd like to just focus on the upcoming, the teen pregnancy partnership that we have, as well as SNAP.
Sounds good.
Return.
Let's go to commercial break. We come back. We'll delve into the Teen Parent Mentoring Program. Back with more talk today, right after this.
From boat days to beach gatherings, leave the catering to Subway. Choose from small and large sandwich platters, double meat wrap platters, and top it off with optional cookie platters for dessert. Or ask about our Subway Box to Go with the option of 6-inch or foot-long sandwich, 1 cookie, and 1 bag of chips. For all occasions and celebrations, let Subway focus on the food so you can focus on the fun. Visit subway.ky for catering options. Subway. Eat fresh.
A caring and community spirit, cherished family and cultural values. These are some of the things that still embodies the Caymanian way of life in the Eastern Districts today. Savannah Pharmacy, your neighborhood pharmacy, located in Countryside Shopping Village, is delighted to offer products and services of real value. Whether it's catering to your family's medical needs or carrying apparel, gifts, and beauty products, Savannah Pharmacy provides you with more than just prescriptions. Remember, they're always just around the corner with everything your family needs and convenient opening hours, including Sundays and holidays. Savannah Pharmacy. For more information, call 946-3336.
I've got some beautiful clothes. I know just where they go. Puritan Cleaners.
Puritan Cleaners, now using the most popular and eco-friendly cleaning solvents. 2 convenient locations to serve you: Savannah Countryside and Eastern Avenue, Georgetown. Drive-through, rain or shine, free pickup and delivery services available. Call Puritan Cleaners, 949-7104. Also ask about our in-house discounts. Puritan Cleaners, you feel good when you look good.
Puritan Cleaners, 949-7104. That's 949-7104.
How confident are you that your golden years will be, well, golden? Introducing the RF Pension Plan, offering innovative solutions to help you retire your way. Formerly the Fidelity Pension Plan, the RF Pension Plan now delivers strong investment returns, superior management, and additional products designed to help you meet and exceed your financial goals. Contact RF today to find out how you can unlock a 25% discount. Make your golden years golden with the RF Pension Plan. Learn more at rfgroup.com.
Tune in Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. and 10 p.m. for the Daily Sports Report, covering local, regional, and international sports. Proudly brought to you by Dr. Wayne Porter, offering a full-service dermatology and dermatological surgery practice. Call 946-9020 to book your appointment today.
Listen to the general public.
Your thoughts are just a telephone call away. 1-800-534-8255.
What the public is saying.
Let your voice be heard. And now,
Radio Cayman's Talk Today.
And welcome back to Talk Today. I'm Raymond Singh, filling in for Mr. Sterling Dwayne Ebanks. And again, pleased to have in studio from Big Brothers Big Sisters, Miss Charmaine Miller and Miss Angela Martins. We've been going over the breadth of what Big Brothers Big Sisters has done and is doing in the community. And now on to one of the new programs, the Teen Parent Mentoring Program, in conjunction with the FRC.
Yes.
Walk us through it.
Very excited about launch. We launched this program in March in honor of International Women's Day and just overall honoring Women Month. And the idea of this program really came from a need. Whenever we look at programs and what we're offering right now, we also kind of like take a look at what's available in the community and what need are we not meeting right now. So for those who don't know, the FRC runs the Young Parents Program, right? And so this is a service, very comprehensive clinical parenting program that's offered to young moms and young dads between the ages of 13 and 25. Now, generally, 90% of the clients that access that program are young mothers, right? We do offer, we have had a very small caseload of young dads that are currently in school, right? and, their girlfriends got pregnant accidentally or for whatever reason it took place. And so we're able to meet that need by providing parenting intervention within the schools. So we're able to do that both clinically in our office as well as in the school setting. Parenting is important when you're starting that new journey, right? And so what we realized is as staff members, we were wearing multiple hats, right? Because if we're looking at young girls as early as 13 becoming pregnant, 13 to 18, they're quite undeveloped, right? Cognitively, just overall, right? They're going through quite a lot of stressors. The idea of now being pregnant and having a baby in the next 9 months is extremely overwhelming.
Sure.
Right? And so we recognize that, while we may have social workers attached to the case, we have parenting coaches attached to the case, clinicians, because we are part of a Department of Counseling Services. So we do have therapists also supporting. And so it tends to be a very systemic and holistic type of intervention. We recognize that in addition to that, because most of our clients were coming from vulnerable backgrounds where they didn't have a lot of support, right? So while we're getting a lot of intervention done in-house, the continuation of that, there was some degree of disruption happening, right? Because some of them are coming from very toxic households. And the idea then came from just seeing, well, what does BBBS offer right now? And how can we partner with BBBS to ensure that that mentoring need is there? Because that's really what it was boiling down to. In addition to us as facilitators doing the one-on-one parenting, then if they were maybe accessing SciFEC and post-SciFEC education, beginning to do work placements or whatever the case may be, and they're young moms or young dads, they needed to have that person that they could connect with, right? That person that they could say, you know what, I really don't want to go. I'm feeling extremely overwhelmed, intimidated. What if they talk about me? What if they do all these things? Or I feel like I don't want to see anyone. People are going to make fun of my state of being. We know that overall when we talk about teen pregnancy, it's a social issue, but it's a social issue where there's a lot of victim blaming. There's a lot of just negative attention on the teen parent, right? In that you put yourself in that position. It's not the same as domestic violence, as bullying, or the other social issues that we talk about. Oftentimes, when we look at teen pregnancy, there's a lot of judgment cast forward, right? And so when I look at my staffing, we're saying, well, we don't really have capacity to be able to be that mentor, right? We also always say we can't be the end all and the be all, right? We've got to stay within our lane, but there are entities like BBBS that can certainly meet that need for those young moms ages 13 and 19. And the census is speaking to this too, in that there's an increase in pregnancy, right? There's been an increase in pregnancy over the past 2 years amongst young mothers. In teen pregnancies, I don't have the stats for last year. Those are still in the works, but there's definitely been an increase in young parents having pregnancies, multiple pregnancies. So you could be 19 and have 2 children already.
Sure.
Right? Or being a young mom, 20, 21, and you may have 3. Right? So there's definitely a lot of intervention and need to support this population. But with Ms. Angela, when we talked about BBBS and our partnership, the idea of actually having a sustainable relationship, somebody that's going to look at you and say, you know what, you can be a lot more. You can do a lot more. I want to see your full potential, was something that we thought that is so fitting with just overall the strength-based and empowerment focus that we use at the Family Resource Center. And so we talked about it. It worked really well. Obviously, our relationship is very much focused on providing mentoring for our young mothers that are under the age of 19. And that's great. Recently, there's been a spike. Stats has not shown it so far, but we've definitely seen a spike in teen pregnancy for those moms between the ages of 16 and 19. And it may just be COVID related. I'm putting that out there. But our new cohort is starting out with, we've got a lot of teen moms right now. We serviced 10, right? Last year, we serviced 15. So, yeah, we're definitely seeing a trend there. It's just that HSA hasn't released those stats yet because they're still working on it. Yeah.
It's a lot to chew on.
It is a lot.
There's a lot there. And there's not one easy solution solution may be a bad word there. Not one easy answer to how to address all of it. Now, with regards to this program, have you had an uptick in, do we call them bigs for this program as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I wanted to sort of pick it up from where Charmaine left off, because against that backdrop, the conversation that we had was, how can BBBS provide big sisters to support girls? Now, not all the girls may want to have a big sister, but where they do, provide big sisters for them. And we really wanted to one of the things for me at Big Brother Big Sister is we cannot be all things to all people. So be really good at what we can do and leave FRC to do what they do.
Sure.
And so in the design of our program and in the structuring of documentation and all of this, it really was making sure we complied with all of the FRC requirements around confidentiality and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
But manage the interface between us so that we can get the best result. We have had 4 or 5 girls referred to us so far.
Right.
And we've gone out to our unmatched volunteers, female volunteers.
Sure.
We've had 3 trained at FRC already.
Great.
And we have another, I think it's 8 of them that are, I went back out to them about a month ago, and they're interested to serve in this program.
Good.
The real issue has been, and you know, one of the things is you say, well, why haven't you moved that forward? People were away over the summer, so we had to wait.
Logistics actually kick in. Real life kicks in.
Yeah, and so I know that the 11th of September is D-Day for the last person. So I've said to Anne-Marie at FRC, we'll circle back after 12:15
Right.
and then fix a date because we can get everybody in.
Sure.
But again, I've done some interviews with the girls. And I've done one interview with one of the female volunteers that's been trained.
Okay.
But it's really interesting because a girl is looking for someone her age, older than her. There's a lot of pieces that a match is really recognizing what are the interests of both parties. So we are really, really excited to respond to FRC's call, because it really was their call, to engage in this program and to develop a new BBBS program, because every girl, everyone in our society, the father, the mother, irrelevant, deserves to be treated with respect and deserves a chance.
Absolutely.
And so this program allows her to step away from clinicians and social workers and all those people. And as I like to say, go Kimana Bay and have an ice cream cone and just laugh with her baby.
Sure, absolutely.
You know, and just be a little relaxed a little.
Absolutely.
In the midst of all this stuff.
I don't mean to cut you on what you're saying there. We do have to go to our 1 p.m. headline news, and I know you want to talk about your 5K race. So if we can very quickly jump into that.
Very quickly.
Because we only have about a minute and a half left in this segment.
No worries. Our 5K is coming up on the 25th of September. It will be held at Holiday Inn at 6 a.m., between 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. It's called a Big 5K, so it'll be a 5K and a 10K for those runners who just are addicted to running. So please be sure to sign up on CaymanActive.com. Our registration form link is right attached to the event, so please visit Cayman Active. Thank you.
What's those dates again?
25th of September at 6 a.m. we get started, and the event will be held at Holiday Inn.
And I'm assuming you're looking for sponsors to help out with the event.
We are looking for sponsors. For anyone who's listening, BBBS does wonderful work. All the funds will directly benefit the programming that's facilitated by BBBS. So if you need to get in touch with us or just offer your support, please email fundraising@bbbs.ky.
That's fantastic. And so as far as the rest of this calendar year, the programs we have the 5K race coming up September 25th. We have always looking for more bigs for the community program or the new teen parent mentoring program as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. And on December the 24th, we have a special program that we've been doing now for 2 years, and that is Christmas Supper for Littles. And it would be fabulous to have funding for that, because this is where our bigs and friends of BBBS on Christmas Eve delivers the full meal, Foster's Hurley's sell the full meal, turkey and all the trimmings, the full meal to the home of every one of our littles. And we also get sponsors who will do gifts for all the children in that home.
That's great. And congratulations to you again on the new back to school effort you did to get all your littles their school supplies. That's fantastic.
It ended up being 81, though.
Good for you. 81, that's a lot of kids to actually try to sort out.
And they do well in school. That's what's important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Miss Angela, Miss Rain, thank you so much again for coming in.
Thank you so much for
having us. Thank you so much, Ray, for having us.
Yes, and all the best with the September 25th new 5K, 10K.
Yeah, you're going to be there. I know it.
I'll be cheering you on. Absolutely correct. Maybe helping you find some sponsors. On that note, let's go to our 1 p.m. headline news. When we get back, we will be meeting with Rotary Central about Literacy Day. Back with more talk today right after this.
Continuing the Caymanian tradition.
Let Cora keep my ground so clean.
The heart and soul of the Cayman people. Thank you for keeping the culture alive.
There's wisdom news every day. From East End to Georgetown, down into West Bay.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
Today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman.
Your voice, your choice.
Local, regional, international. This is Headlines from Radio Cayman's newsroom.
Today's biggest news.
With your latest headlines, I'm April Cummings. Government Minister for Health and Wellness, the Honourable Sabrina Turner, says it was an honour and pleasure to give remarks this weekend on behalf of Premier the Honourable Wayne Panton at the End It Now event. The event was organised by the Women's Ministry of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. In a post on social media, Minister Turner says churches, schools and non-profit organisations locally and around the world gathered to raise awareness about abuse, aiming to break the cycle and end it now. She adds this year's emphasis was on how power can be used for good or great harm. In international headlines, the devastating toll of floods in Pakistan. More than 1,100 people have been killed, and nearly 500,000 are living in camps after unprecedented monsoons caused widespread flooding. While the waters are receding in some areas, the climate minister says more monsoons are expected in September. A study released today predicts zombie ice from the massive Greenland ice sheet will eventually raise global sea levels by at least 10 inches on its own. Zombie ice, also known as doomed ice, is ice that's still attached to thicker areas, but is no longer being fed by the larger glaciers. However, researchers say the doomed ice is melting because of climate change. One of the study's co-authors says the ice has been consigned to the ocean regardless of what climate change scenarios we take now. The 10 inches cited in the study is more than twice as much sea level rise as scientists had previously expected from the melting of the ice sheet. NASA scrubs the launch of a new moon rocket after engine problems this morning. The next launch possibility is this coming Friday, although it could be delayed until mid-September or later. When the mission does happen, it would be the first flight in NASA's Artemis project, a quest to put astronauts back on the moon for the first time since the Apollo program ended 50 years ago. Those are your headlines. From Radio Cayman's newsroom, I'm April Cummings.
For the latest in news and information,
follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Download the Radio Cayman app or log on to our website, radiocayman.gov.ky.
Radio Cayman is pleased to feature this special Sister Islands historical vignette brought to you by the Ministry of Tourism and Transport. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands.
Born in Creek, Cayman Brac on the 25th of September 1939, Henry Mansfield Connolly was the third of 8 children for Henry Kitchener and Olive Connolly. As with many of the men of his generation, he went to sea at the tender age of 15 and worked for Mr. Southwell and National Bulk Carriers for some 30 plus years. During this time, he rose from being an oiler pumpman to the post of second engineer after completing correspondence engineer courses from a school in New York. He sailed on many ships, including the Universe Leader, Universe Defender, or Titan, or Venus, or Meteor, or Transport. After his tenure at National Bulk Carriers, he was one of the few Brackers who worked with Cayman Energy Company doing the ship-to-ship oil transfers off the island in the 1980s. After a medical injury, he retired from sea and started his own plumbing engineer company, C&H Plumbing.
Radio Cayman is pleased to feature this special Sister Islands historical vignette brought to you by the Ministry of Tourism and Transport. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your Sister Islands.
Explore your history.
Explore your land. Explore your sister islands, the ultimate staycation experience. Your culture, your freedom, the land that time forgot isn't gone. It's your sister islands.
Discover all that our sister islands have to offer.
Celebrate home with Tomlinson Furniture 47th anniversary sale. Save 25% store-wide now through September 3rd on nearly everything. Living room to bedroom furniture, dining tables and sets, home office, desks and chairs, decor, mattresses and more. Register to win a $500 gift card with each purchase. Also receive a free gift with every purchase of over $100. Shop and save store-wide during Tomlinson Furniture's 47th anniversary sale. Come by and visit our showroom on the first and second floor of the Tomlinson Building, corner of Hospital and Walkers Road.
Listen to the general public.
Your thoughts are just a telephone call away. 1-800-534-8255.
What the public is saying.
Let your voice be heard. And now,
Radio Cayman's Talk Today.
And welcome back to Talk Today. In case you're just tuning in, I'm Raymond Singh, filling in for Mr. Sterling Dwayne Ebanks, and now very pleased to have in studio from Rotary Central, Miss Jonae Moss, past president of Rotary Central, and Mr. Carl Brown, no stranger to Radio Cayman. Welcome back to Talk Today.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, and thank you to our listening audience, and thank you for the rain.
Did it rain?
Yes,
oh,
it
it's
did.
raining.
And
I'm hiding in the studio, so I didn't know.
Well, I just thought that Radio Cayman had something to do with it. So thank you, Radio Cayman.
You're very welcome.
And the Lord.
You're very welcome. And thanks for the tip on the chocolate. During the break, we're discussing chocolate, one of my passions in life. And so Marabou chocolate.
Marabou chocolate out of Sweden and Galaxy chocolate out of the UK. Nothing else can do it.
Really?
Galaxy chocolate UK. Sorry, listeners, that was just a chocolate as a passion, and so I'm writing down my notes on Marabou Sweden chocolate and Galaxy UK chocolate.
Right.
But we're here to talk. It's been a little while since we've actually reconnected with everyone from Rotary. It's 2021, 2022.
It's 2022.
The year's flown by. Clearly,
Yeah.
you can tell by my gap in a whole year there.
Yes.
What's been new with Rotary this past year? It's been a while.
Well, we have a new president, President Jennifer.
Yes.
Jennifer Leach Tibbetts. Yep. And she is significant because we have a new president for Rotary International, which is Jennifer Jones, the first lady president. So we have two Jennifers, and those two Jennifers met in the Cayman Islands before the world president became president.
That's an exciting story.
Very.
Yeah, it really is exciting.
Very.
And how about you, Ms. Jonae? You were past president in 2021.
Yes.
Right, it was 2020 to 2021.
Yes.
Yes.
My
She
years
was
have been blended.
34th president.
How did you like your experience as president?
Oh my goodness, it really was the best experience I've had in Rotary, particularly in Rotary Central. I was able to be a part intimately of so many of the projects that the club does.
Sure.
And also, I was able to sort of put my little flair on the year, which I absolutely loved. I think the club did amazingly well, given the pandemic.
Sure.
And the lockdowns and Zoom. I'm really proud of the work we were able to pull out.
In spite of
all the challenges,
in spite of. We did excellent. Very well.
We worked in chains, but we worked.
Was there anything new that happened in 2021 while you were, or during the 2020, 2021? You mentioned your flair.
Yeah.
Walk me through what that means. What does your flair entail?
Every president has their theme.
Yeah.
And your theme during that year?
My theme, and I'll tell you a little bit about my theme that year. So, in coming into 2020, 2021 Rotary year, I tried to get some counsel from some friends and family, people that I know who were close to me, and they were really trying to protect me, I'm sure, but they were very, very adamant that it would be a bad year, and probably it was the worst year for being Rotary president. It was the worst year for Rotary because we would lose members and we would not be able to raise funds and all the things that you would think would happen because there's a pandemic underway. And so for me, I really believe in speaking what we want to see materialize into our reality. And, I took the advice with a grain of salt, and I said, you know what? It will not be the worst year for Rotary Central. It actually will be the best year, and the best year ever. And that became the theme of Rotary 2020, 2021. Yeah, and I think it really was because of that positivity that everyone in the club, they pulled up their boots, and we really did remarkable work in 2020 and 2021.
That's great.
In spite of lockdown.
In spite of lockdown.
In spite of lockdown.
Restrictions.
Restrictions.
Yeah. Carl, from your perspective,
it was a huge challenge. It was the second most challenging year in my entire Rotary experience, which began in 1993. So I grew up with Rotary. Our largest challenge was back when we had 2004, and it was during Hurricane Ivan. But we did rise to the occasion then, and Rotary floated like a champagne bubble at the time because our service club started the first disaster fund from a service club's point of view back in 1997. And that was under President Everett Leacock's leadership. And then that disaster fund evolved into a Rotary Cayman Islands disaster fund. And then it became a District 7020 disaster fund, which started with us. And we were able to ignite the idea, and we were able to join the rest of our district of 9 countries, 10 islands, 9 islands, 11 countries. It could be the other way around. However, a number of
kind of model
in the Western Caribbean to create a disaster fund that has been not only helped us during Ivan, but has helped. Recently, we helped in the Bahamas, where we started a desalination plant, a water plant, just before the hurricane in the Bahamas. And we have been able to address matters in Haiti during earthquake.
Yes, I recall that one.
Out of that disaster fund. So out of challenge and tribulation, we've been able to find a way to shine a light.
That's
and like Rihanna said, like a diamond, shine like a diamond.
What was the champagne line just now? Floating up the champagne bottle?
Champagne bubbles float to the top.
Now Rihanna,
we're one of those.
I see where the show's going now today. We're going poetic
in a great direction.
That's fantastic to see that level up. And not everyone was able to see. Many service groups saw successes in 2020, 2021 because people were rallying together. People were actually trying to come together as a community.
Yes.
But to know that you took the initiative from day one of saying, time out. I'm not going to walk into this year assuming the worst. I'm going to walk in this year and say, no, it's going to be the best. That kind of attitude and mindset, that's what you want to see from your schools, from kids, and you do it from Rotary, and that's fantastic.
Yes, the work that we do in the community is so important. It's important to me personally, and it's important to so many people here in the Cayman Islands. And for me, it really was, as president, I could not let those people down. It was not about myself or being the best president or having accolades. It really wasn't. It really was, in trying times, Rotary has always been that beacon of hope. And in that year, where there was so much turmoil, we could not drop the ball. We could not. We had to be stronger and better than ever. And I think that mantra rang true for many of the members. And we, like I said, we pulled together and we were that beacon of hope in trying times. I'm very, very proud of Rotary Central.
Now, this question may not be able to answer, but last time we had Jean Michonnet, we were doing the round table with the other presidents of Rotary, and it was we had all women presidents.
Yes.
Have you been able to continue the relationships with the other presidents? And
yes.
Did they have the same level of growth and development?
Yes.
Let me tell you, that year was amazing. All of the lady presidents in Grand Cayman, we had one president who was not a lady in Cayman Brac.
That's right. Sorry.
Right,
yes.
right.
It was the Grand Cayman ones.
But in Grand Cayman, that included Rotary and Rotaract.
Yes.
Which is a partner of Rotary as well. We went into the year, I think all of us really wanting to be positive about how the year would turn out, because I think all of us similarly had the same type of advice that maybe this year isn't going to be great. And I think through that adversity, we bonded so well. We leaned on each other. We spoke to each other. We went out We bounced ideas off of each other. We vented to each other. And just maybe a few weeks ago, we went out to brunch. We are still all in contact, and we really, really appreciate each other as ladies, as Rotarians, and as support. They really were support for me, and I know we all were support for each other. So, yeah, we are still going strong. We call ourselves the pandemic president.
I'm not sure that's the name I would have gone with, but fair enough. If that's what works.
Well,
it's the reality, right?
Were.
That was the reality. That's what we were. Yeah,
that's what we were.
And we created footprints from P.P. Jeanet's year to accept the challenges and meet them head on. So we made our theme last year under immediate past President Corleen, mental health, considering the community suffered so significantly as a result of the challenges of COVID. And we were able to leave a significant footprint, which we have bridged all the way over here, and pardon the pun, but we've been involved with the Bridge Foundation, we've been involved with Alex Panton Foundation, and we were involved in initiating
loud,
silent voices.
Yes, that's right.
And we cannot underestimate the value of our contribution to our community from a mental health point of view, because we have been able to survive significant stresses on various levels, but we carry the scars. And this is from children all the way up through adults.
Are we going to see those programs continue into the future? Or are they one-off programs?
No, not at all.
All of them will be continuing.
There's a continuity.
Yes.
Similar to our continuity internationally with Rotary's commitment to eradicating polio.
Sure.
So we have made commitments that have translated into a facility in West Bay, a physical facility that's been able to accommodate people who need the right treatment at the right time. So we know that we're doing the right thing.
You're filling gaps in the
we definitely are.
Where there's gaps that need to be filled. That's great, fantastic. On that note, let's go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll dive into our event coming up on September 10th.
Yes.
We have two events on September 10th.
Yes, we do.
And then another event on September 17th.
We're going to go into all of them. We'll be back right after this commercial break. Commercial.
Subway makes it easy for you to stay on top of your health and wellness goals with our Fresh Fit menu options. Choose from 5 Fresh Fit Subway sandwiches with only 450 calories or less per 6-inch sub. Turkey breast, veggie, oven roasted chicken, Black Forest ham, sweet onion chicken teriyaki, or make your 6-inch Fresh Fit sub into a salad or wrap prepared with fresh vegetables. For a full menu and nutritional information, visit subway.ky. Subway, eat fresh.
For medical lab services in Cayman, go straight to MedLab.
For a full range of medical services, pleasant, clean and comfortable environment, no long lines and affordable fees, visit MedLab at the Smith Road Plaza. Open Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and half day on Saturdays. Call 949-7331 to make your appointment.
For medical lab services in Cayman, MedLab.
Ask our professional team about the benefits of cutting-edge technology with MedLab's new state-of-the-art digital mammogram machine.
J&M Money touching down again. Now you can send your US dollars at any location on island, including the BRAC. It's easy. Just walk with your US dollars. No need to convert to CI. This is another convenient service available at J&M Money. They always find a way to make it easier and hassle-free. So remember, when you need to send your money and you only have US dollars, don't ever think of what to do. Just head straight to any J&M Money location and send your money the fast, convenient, and affordable. J&M Money. J&M Money. Touching down again. J&M Money. Ranga to la friend.
Did you know that ValueMed Pharmacy has a free online prescription service? Managing your health and medical requirements has never been easier with ValueMed. Simply visit value-medpharmacy.com. That's VALU-medpharmacy.com and click the Refill Prescriptions tab on our website. Fill in the information for new prescriptions or refills and choose your preferred pickup location. ValueMed on Walkers Road or Boddentown. Then bring in your original prescription from your doctor when picking up. There's no need to stand in line and wait for your prescription. Save time and pick up prescriptions at your convenience by visiting value-medpharmacy.com. That's VALU-medpharmacy.com.
Hi, I'm remodeling our bathroom. I have a few questions.
Sure.
What are some ideas to make my bathroom feel larger? How do I know if I'm picking the right vanity? How do I choose a new toilet or a new countertop? Also, the lighting is terrible. Can I put a window or a skylight? And do I really need an exhaust fan?
You've come to the right place. At Brand Source, we custom design kitchen and baths, and our talented design team can help answer your questions. Whether you're looking for a modern, functional family bathroom or a luxurious personal retreat, we'll help create that beautiful space that makes your home yours. And if you're in a rush for a new look and have a limited budget, our ready-to-install bathroom vanities built with solid wood and countertops of the finest materials are a quick and easy remodeling solution.
For the very best in custom-designed kitchens and baths, visit Brand Source Home Gallery on Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park, Cayman's Kitchen and Bath Center.
Stay clean, stay safe, hey man. Reflection sells gallons of sanitizer for only $25. Buy 2 clip-on sanitizers for just $5. Reflections has the best KN95 masks or reusable cloth masks, and you can get 2 for only $5. Blue surgical masks and face shields are available for children and adults, as well as 10 and 50 packs of black surgical masks. Volume discounts available at Reflections, Jose's Rubus, Reflections Hemp and Tobacco, all 5 Liquor for Less locations, and Food for Less open 24 hours every day. Don't miss the Liquor for Less incredible priced better markdown. Hundreds of fine from $2.99. Cases of ice cold below wholesale prices. Save $10 off liters of absolute exclusively at Liquor for Less. Prices so low we can't say them on the radio.
Listen to the general public.
Your thoughts are just a telephone call away. 1-800-534-8255.
What the public is saying.
Let your voice be heard. And now,
Radio Cayman's Talk Today.
And welcome back to Talk Today. I'm Raymond Singh, filling in for Mr. Sterling Dwayne Ebanks. In case you're just tuning in, I'm pleased to have in studio past president of Rotary Central, Ms. Shonay Moss, along with Mr. Carl Brown, no stranger to Radio Cayman's airwaves. We'll be going to about 1:45, and then from 1:45 till 2:30, we have open lines. If you do have any questions, comments, or wish to throw anything into the conversation, please do give us a call, 1-800-534-8255 or 949-8037. All right, jumping back to Rotary Central's programs. Literacy is one of the big ones we've been talking about right now. International Literacy Day coming up on September 8th, and you have an event.
September the 10th.
Is your event September 10th?
Yes.
Yes. It's Literacy Day?
Literacy is the 8th.
Is the 8th.
Yeah.
But the
but
event's
we're celebrating.
We're celebrating
yes.
on the 10th.
Caught myself up there. Okay, good.
Yep. We're all right.
We're all right. We're all right. So walk us through, the different programs Rotary has for literacy and into the event itself on September 10th.
Right, sure. Rotary Central has been a really strong pillar in the community when it comes to literacy. And over the years, we've done so many different projects. Some of our signature projects are, we were just talking over the break about the Little Free Library project.
I love that one. I really do.
It is, isn't it amazing? So we have about 10 libraries that are small, little, miniature houses, if you will, that are filled with books that anyone can take a book or anyone can place a book there for absolutely free. We've placed them in public areas where people are able to just come in and read and put a book back if they'd like to, or take one away. Hospitals, we have supermarkets, we have airports, the one in Cayman Brac. So we have them at places where anybody can access them, and that is part of our mission as Rotary Central, to ensure that literacy is accessible. to anyone. So that one is my absolute favorite. And the little free libraries are very, very cute. They
are. They're just
adorable.
There's one in the government cafeteria.
Yes, and there's one in A.L. Thompson as well, a really big one. They're really, really lovely. And through that program, the thousands of literature, the thousands of books have been dispersed to the community over the years. And I absolutely love that project. In addition to that, we always have what we call story times. Oh, those are probably my favorite. We go around the island to each of the libraries and we invite the children to come on. We do story readings, we play some games, we sing some songs, and we give prizes, their goodie bags, their treats, and the children have such an amazing time with literacy and reading, and it's so good to see how excited the kids are to come out and how interactive they are with the reading. I know there were a couple of years back, there was a child who we didn't want to leave the reader, so the reader actually pulled him up on his lap, and the child actually helped him turn the pages and read the book. They were so excited. So we love that program, and that program is absolutely free for children. We'll talk a little bit more about story time towards the end of this. Also, we have programs that are that spring up from year to year. So, for example, in I believe it was 2018, 2019, we did a celebration service for public service librarians. And that was at the Georgetown Library, and that was well attended. And I mean, somebody came up to me and said, you know what, I felt like I was at the Oscars today. It was amazing. We've done projects where Rotarians would go and read to students. We've done projects where we've donated books. We did
to the prisons. To the prisons,
yes. We did a book drive in collaboration with Island Heritage one year. We also do what we call it's a Rotary initiative called the Butterfly Storybook Competition. That's where students all over the country can submit a story in their age category. Those stories, if they win, they become a part of a regional book, published book, so that children in the Cayman Islands can showcase the skills that they have with literacy. And every year we have a person from the Cayman Islands who wins that competition, and they come and they're able to read to our members, and they get a little cash prize. So we have so many projects. I'm sure I'm leaving something out, and I'll get a text message after I leave here saying you didn't talk about this. But we also partner with other organizations in the community that provide literacy help and aid. So, for example, Literacy is for Everyone, or for short, Life. We really heavily partner with them as well because, we understand in Rotary we have the heart and the intent to ensure that the community gets what it needs, but sometimes we don't have all of the expertise, so we rely on people who are on the ground to really guide us in the directions that we need to go.
Strategic alliances that work with some people who cover bases that we don't.
Sure. Yes.
And we cover bases that they don't. And so all bases get covered.
Yes. I love the way you put that.
Very poetic.
Very poetic.
It's always poetic. I'm writing all these down, by the way.
Yes.
I can recite them at the end.
But this year I'm so excited. I am so excited because this year I think we are really going hard for literacy. So we really are going to continue our partnership with Literacy is for Everyone. Mm-hmm. But in addition to that, we will be adhering to the International Literacy Day theme for the remainder of the year. Do you know what the theme is? You did your research. Do you know?
I know the 8th is...
The day.
The day.
Yes.
But we're celebrating it the 11th.
The 10th.
The 10th, sorry.
Yes.
But the theme is... Transforming Literacy Spaces. And so for the remainder of the year...
Transforming literacy spaces.
In other words, engaging youngsters to feel in love with the spaces that they're going to inhabit reading. And that is creating magic, adventure, creating imagination.
Sure.
And long before the theme was established, we started Precursor. So Rotary has the Rotary Schoolhouse, which is established at the Botanical Park.
Yes.
And that as a result of a lot of coordination with private sector partners along with the NGOs. And it's an established building on the Botanical Park premises that enables us to host children and enable them to engage directly with the natural community, the scientific community, botanical community. Imagination comes alive.
No, absolutely. Is that the theme is based around? So the theme is based around transforming the literacy spaces.
Yes.
So that's Botanic Park. In this case, Botanic Park, libraries, schools, classrooms,
yes,
living rooms,
by the ocean, at the beach.
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes.
Using everything that we've got.
Yes. Beach chairs.
Yes. And wherever there needs to be a literacy space that needs to be transformed, for example, it needs a little touch-up, a little paint or something like that, we're open to doing that as well. So I'm so excited about that theme. But while we were speaking about the Rotary Schoolhouse, I want to stick in the story time that's coming up on the 10th of September.
This is the one at the Queen Elizabeth.
This is the one at the Queen Elizabeth Botanic Park.
It's going to be Saturday.
It's going to be...
This is the one that's on the 10th itself.
Yes.
10th of Saturday.
Yes. We'll start at 11 a.m. We know for some people it might be a bit of a drive to get to the Botanic Park, so we're going to make sure that we start at a time that you don't have to wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning to get there, but we will start at 11, from 11 to 12:30, p.m., and it's going to be a magical time. You really don't want to miss it. It is absolutely free of charge. And here's what you get if you come out. You get free entry. You get story readings by some very, very, very engaging readers. These are readers who do this on a large scale, who do this on a stage, who know how to bring the story to life. So you get that. That's one. You also get a song and dance segment with Ms. Izzy. Now, if you've ever been around Ms. Izzy, she knows just how to get the children engaged. I mean, I'm an adult and I'm there dancing along to Baby Shark.
This is Isadora, the musician.
Yes, and she has supported Rotary Central every step of the way, and so we really want to promote her and thank her so much for the work that she's done. So after the song and dance and you cool off, then we go into a magic show with Eric the Magician. Could you believe it? All of this free of charge.
That's great.
Once all of this is done, we have prizes, we have goodie bags, and we have refreshments for the children, all free of charge.
We just want to let parents know that it is between the ages of from the birth, right up to 10 years old. We'd like for children to be accompanied by an adult.
By an adult, yes.
Don't drop off and leave. Yep. Stay with your child. Enjoy the day.
You will have fun. Yeah. You will have fun with Baby Shark.
Absolutely.
But before I move on, though, I did promise the Botanic Park to sort of plug them. So they are excited to host us on the 10th of September. And they do want me to sort of let the public know that their children's park is open
and alive.
Oh, great.
It's open from 10 to 3.
Daily.
7 days a week.
Yes.
7 days a week. The entry is $5 per person, and you just go right in and enjoy what the beautiful work that they've done at the children's park.
We really like to thank our government for dedicating funds in developing the park and enabling this other aspect of the park to come alive, which is dedicated to children, to enable them to plug into our nature, the Cayman nature, that what it has to offer, and enable them to come alive by putting their hands in the dirt, touching literal plants, feeling the bark of a tree, hearing birds sing, and understanding a little about the science that goes around. Really like to thank John Loris and his group at the Botanical Park, Queen Elizabeth Botanical Park, for doing a wonderful year.
They have done. We've had them on the show a few times, and they've done a great things, even from their plant sales. And and they've done a lot of work.
And this being the Queen's Jubilee, it becomes even more special.
Yes.
Because it is Queen Elizabeth who opened the park back in 1997.
Absolutely.
And the park has absolutely captured the imagination of every part of our population segment.
No, it has. It caters to everybody.
September 10th is going to be a remarkable reconnection for youngsters, Rotary style,
September 10th, 11 to 12:30 at the Queen Elizabeth II Botanic Park.
Yes.
Yes.
Now we know that it sometimes spills over into 1 o'clock.
Likely will. That's the reality of the case.
Right, with the eats and drinks and kids having fun.
Yeah. Yes, you can turn into a fun midday affair.
Yes.
So 2 suggestions then.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Just from this conversation. One is that Baby Shark. So the funniest joke I ever heard about Baby Shark was that in about 15 years, if you go to the clubs, that's the song that's going to be on the
it's
playing.
In the club now.
That's in the club right now, right? Baby Shark is you do a Baby Shark dance-off contest as part of your fundraisers.
Okay,
that's one.
Okay,
I know.
Are you writing this?
the next one is I know that the Gumball Rally is coming up and the island-wide kind of hunts are coming up. Do you recall the Dewey Decimal System that we grew up with in the library?
Yes.
Nobody listening that's younger than me is going to understand it, but you do a scavenger hunt with the Dewey Decimal System for Literacy Day.
Oh, we need you on our committee.
Yeah, no one's going to succeed because none of us, we've all blocked it out of our memories because of the trauma that we endured at 10 years old going through those little filing cabinets. But from a treasure hunt perspective for Literacy Day, that could be fun. Win the prizes, hide the prizes in the little boxes, and
like I said, we'll bring you on our committee. You're full of ideas.
We have 3 young ladies, and I must thank them for their contribution. We're going to be hearing commercials as of is it later this evening or tomorrow?
We should have your commercials ready by tomorrow morning. By this afternoon.
You're going to be hearing the voices of Audrey and McKenna and Zara, who are going to be highlighting the International Literacy Day.
Yes,
so we're going to be looking forward to hearing from them, and they're going to be asking parents to bring their children and join this.
You know, those are 3. I had the pleasure of recording them on Friday, and just great ambassadors for literacy, Rotary. Just 3 very well-spoken young ladies who should make their mark in the future.
Yes, and they were so effortless in their recording process.
It was fantastic. It was a very, very easy recording, and 3 girls did fantastic. Well, we were hearing the commercial again.
And this is a day after school.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yep.
Good for them. No, absolutely.
Now, on the 10th is going to be quite a busy day. Mm-hmm. So we're going to be starting out with International Literacy Day, but we're going to be ending off with Sea Beneath the Surface, the Alex Panton Foundation Gala at the Marriott Hotel, the Marriott Beach Resort Hotel. And it is sponsored and developed by Rotary. It is a gala event, a formal event, which enables people to come and purchase their corporate tables and come also to enjoy a remarkable themed evening, a maritime themed evening, and all in effort to make sure that we do our best to prevent young people committing suicide and to create resolution vehicles and processes that will enable youngsters to realize their fulfillment outside of their frustrations, mental frustrations.
Are tables still available for the event?
Tables are still available, yes.
Is it only corporate tables or is it individual seats available?
Individuals and corporate tables. You can contact Ally, ALLY.Speirs, SPEIRS, at outlook.com for tickets and for corporate tables. That's ALLYSPEIRS at outlook.com. And you can be part of a remarkable evening. Cocktails begin at 6.
All hands on deck for the Rotary team.
All hands on deck.
Rotary Central is always busy.
So while we are having our literacy program going on at International Literacy Day, we'll have a team of busy Rotarians preparing the ballroom for the gala event. And they will then zip home, try to zip back for 6 o'clock when cocktails begin.
It's a lot in there. And you're not
it's a short life, and we have to make every effort to make every minute count.
Yes.
And then on the 17th, we have the Gumball Rally.
Gumball Rally.
Now walk us through the Gumball Rally, because it's another big event.
Gumball Rally is on the 17th. It is it's a treasure hunt of sorts that it's a game. You will be driving around the island. You will be you will apply, and you'll make your purchase of tickets before registering before, or on the day of the event, which will be at Cricket Square, starting at 11:30. And you'll get your sheet of clues, and your clues will guide you, and you will go hunting for the result of your clues. And nobody's told where the rally will end, but if you follow the process, you will find where the ending is, and there'll be prizes and surprises at the end of it. So it'll be 4 people per car, and that's the maximum. And you are able to create themes around Gumball Rally. It is not a race event.
We've got to put that out there, yes.
Yes, because the original Gumball Rally was a motor rally of sorts. We've just captured the thought and modified it to fit our island setting. This will be the second year. Funds raised will be targeting the Cayman Heart Fund. Heart disease, along with hypertension and diabetes, 3 of the pivotal medical challenges outside of COVID.
Sure.
And we intend to channel funds from this toward the Cayman Heart Fund.
What was the inspiration initially to start? When did Gumball Rally start? Was it last year?
It was last year, yes.
And what the inspiration behind it was to drive funds towards the Heart Foundation?
At that time, our inspiration was each year we will target a specific cause, and last year we targeted mental health, specifically to start a help hotline for young people to call. So we funded that, and I think we raised in excess of about $9,000.
I believe that's right.
That we were able to create this hotline and promote it. And that hotline is in
Is that a Rotary hotline? Or is that hotline from someone other?
It's a hotline that is attached to the Alex Panton organization.
Okay. That's full circle now. I got it.
So each year we retarget where we are going to be focusing fundraising for.
And so that's only September 17th. We still have 3 months of the year left to go.
I know.
What else does Rotary have lined up?
Well, I do want to add, though. So for persons who participate, I just got a text in here, hot off the press.
Yes.
Some of the prizes you could expect to win.
Yes.
We have
Get your clue.
Restaurant stays. We have we have hotel stays, restaurant gift certificates. We have gift cards. And a lot of other good prizes. But I think the key ones are the hotel stays and the restaurant gift certificates. You can't beat that. You want to get involved, and you want to win some of these prizes. Yeah,
Gumball Rally. And if you come dressed up for your theme to fit the rally, you will be getting, you stand a chance to get surprise prizes around that also. And if you dress up your car, if you become very imaginative, it will be noted by the judges. And you can attract prizes.
More prizes.
So it's a day full of fun.
And that's the 17th.
Yes. And it's going to be island-wide clues. So you'll be driving from one set of clues towards a fulfillment of treasure hunt, finding the result of your clues, and then you go on to the next, and exciting.
That's a lot of logistics to organize.
It is, but it's so worth it.
Oh, absolutely. It is.
It is so worth it and so exciting.
Yeah.
It is also quite a family-centered event.
Oh, okay. So it actually is a family event, not necessarily just a group of friends kind of hanging out.
It can be friends hanging out,
okay.
But we also are very inclusive. So a family of four can join in one car, and each will be reviewing the clues, and somebody will be the driver, and
that's exciting.
And then somebody will be the thinker and thinking that we should stop here and search for the clue here, and move on.
Very nice. And remind us again of the dates of the Gumball Rally.
17th.
17th.
And it will begin at Cricket Square. Our on-site registration is going to be at Cricket Square starting from 11:30. Okay. And other than that, you can go online and you can go to Eventpro, and you can also check it out. Also, I should remember that Eventpro is also a facilitator for the Alex Panton Foundation. In fact, let me correct, Eventpro assists us with fundraising for Alex Panton, not the Gumball Rally.
If you do want more information on the Gumball Rally, you can call 936-1344. That's 936-1344. Or you can email Rotary Central KY. That's ROTARYCENTRALKY@gmail.com.
That's fantastic.
So when September finishes, we do have the rest of the year to finish. Right after that, we'll be having our signature fundraiser, which is the Rotary Music Extravaganza.
And that is in end of November?
Yes.
November the 25th. Sure. But we'll be engaging the public to buy tickets, and we will bring along all of the flair and the magic from that.
And then December, what do you have lined up?
December, we do have we've always had a children's party, but we had to cancel because of the pandemic, I think, for 2 years.
I believe we canceled for 1 year, but this year we are definitely on with the children's Christmas party. We also have literacy events for children, and just stay tuned. I'm so excited to announce that as well. So, like I said, Rotary Central is always busy.
The lights are always on.
Always on.
That's a good thing. We need the lights on. Someone needs to have the lights on 24/7.
In spite of the fact that we are the nightclub, and we're part of a family of Rotary. We have 4 clubs. Yes, one in Timonbrack, our mother club, which meets at noon.
Yes.
At the West End.
Yes.
and our club, Sunrise Club, which meets on a Wednesday morning, and we meet at night. So I tongue-in-cheek say that we are the nightclub. So in spite of us being the nightclub, our lights are always on, day or night.
Playing Baby Shark night and day.
Baby Shark.
Not gonna live it down.
We're
gonna have this contest. You started the Baby Shark conversation.
I did.
Folks, I do appreciate coming in. I guess on behalf of the entire community, I do want to say thank you, because you do pull off a number of events. I've loved the Little Free Libraries. Like, I think those are. I didn't actually realize that was actually a Rotary initiative until you actually read it now, and I went, actually, that all makes sense now.
Yeah.
I love them. I love the little library. My son and I see them all the time, and we're always checking them out.
Excellent.
So, no, I do appreciate that myself. But thank you again from the rest of the community as well, because you do a lot, and the community does recognize it.
And we thank President Jennifer for allowing us to come and speak on her behalf and her board, and look forward to you joining us, you and our listening public joining us in creating a lot of fulfillment. And we are just on the edge of creating our 100th bus shelter. So watch this.
Congratulations. That's a big step in the right direction. Folks, thank you so much. On that note, let's go to our 1:45 commercial break. When we come back, we will have open line if you do want to give us a call. 1-800-534-8255 or 949-8037. One of the topics of conversation which we will endeavor to open up for the lines is the recent Grand Court ruling in favor of the National Conservation Council. Back with more talk today right after this.
Busy. Feel like there's not just enough hours in the day. Savannah Pharmacy, service to make your life easier. Now you can WhatsApp your prescription order to 929-5045. And pickup is just around the corner with everything your family needs and convenient opening hours including Sundays and holidays. WhatsApp your prescription order to 929-5045. Savannah Pharmacy, wholesome values with modern conveniences.
For medical lab services in Cayman, go straight to MedLab.
For a full range of medical services, pleasant, clean and comfortable environment, no long lines and affordable fees, visit MedLab at the Smith Road Plaza. Open Monday to Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and half day on Saturdays. Call 949-7331 to make your appointment.
For medical lab services in Cayman, MedLab.
Ask our professional team about the benefits of cutting-edge technology with MedLab's new state-of-the-art digital mammogram machine.
We think it's time you crossed over to a new vehicle. And with the Toyota Corolla Cross now at Vamp Motors, you have plenty of reasons to make the switch. The crossover body and hybrid engine is a sleek design in a sturdy structure with a spacious interior that opens to extensive cargo space. Stuck in traffic? The high-performance self-charging hybrid system automatically switches between gas and electric vehicle mode, helping you lower both fuel costs and carbon emissions. The Corolla Cross has full LED lighting inside and out, an integrated display audio system with energy monitor, and a dual-zone climate control system to ensure comfort for all. Test drive the new Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid today at Vant Motors, Walkers Road.
Flex is what's next. Flex is a line of 24-volt cordless power tools for professional craftsmen. Now through October 1st, you will receive a free 5-amp-hour battery with the purchase of a Flex Bare tool and charger, as well as instant savings of up to $150 on a $500 purchase. All Flex tools that you buy this year will be covered under the Flex Founders Lifetime Warranty. Get what's next at A.L. Thompson's now through October 1st.
Water Authority customers are reminded that they must ensure the authority has unobstructed access to its water meters at all times. This means customers should not restrict access to any water meter by building a wall, fence, cement foot, or garbage enclosures around or near the meter. Enclosures that restrict access limit the ability of the authority staff to read meters, conduct routine checks, and carry out repairs. The authority reserves the right to discontinue any account where access to the water meter has been restricted. If customers plan to build a fence, the fence should be dog-legged around the meter, or customers should have the meter relocated to a location within the property where it remains unobstructed. Customers should contact the Water Authority to seek guidance from our Quality Assurance team by calling 949-2837 or emailing info@waterauthority.ky.
Freedom, Cayman Brack. Freedom, Little Cayman. Soft breezes, blue waters, no traffic. Unwind and rejuvenate your mind, body, and soul. Sister Island Staycations, a taste of freedom. Discover all that our sister islands have to offer. Your thoughts are just a telephone call away. 1-800-534-8255.
What the public is saying.
Let your voice be heard. And now,
Radio Cayman's Talk Today.
And welcome back to Talk Today. I'm Raymond Singh, filling in for Mr. Sterling Dwayne Ebanks. And a big thank you again to Big Brothers Big Sisters and Rotary Central for stopping into the studio today. We do now have open line until 2:30 with one caller on the line. Good afternoon, caller. Thank you for calling Talk Today.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. I don't know you, but anyway, I have an issue that I need to discuss, and I hope who are listening, listen carefully to what I'm saying, because there's people out there that like to say what people didn't say, but I am trying to address an issue that I think needs to be addressed. I'm not going to call no names, but I've spoken to numerous people last year before school closed, and apparently they didn't do anything. And now this morning it's a big, big accident waiting to happen. And I happen to be out there every morning by 6 or before, because I've been sleeping out there from 1985 that I moved up in this bush. I will one out of the two homes, the third home that were up in here. When my kids were going to school, I had to take them by the college or either by Roy. And this big issue with the bus, I spoke to the bus owner, which is a Whitaker bus, and I spoke to the bus drivers, and I spoke to an MP about it, and they recorded it, but apparently there's nothing doing. And this morning it was even worse. It was a big chaos out there. Now listen to me, sir. I live in Farrell Road. Our road is not a government road. Most of the land up in here are owned by my in-laws and sister-in-laws and whatever. I'm in a family circle. The road is a small road. We have a lot of speeders up in here too, because I've spoken to the premier about speed bumps the other day. I have a dementia husband that walks the road sometime, but that's beyond the point. But what I'm saying, the school bus should go by the UCCI college, because there's big space out there. The parents should drop their kids there, not come into Farrell Road and block it up with cars because the road is small. And this morning, it was raining. We had 5 cars into our road. The road is small. We have 2 elderly people up in here. That bus and ambulance and fire trucks and all that is always coming in here. And this morning, if they were supposed to come in, the person could have died before they get in and get out because there was then plus on the side of the road coming from the north song, close to one yellow fence there was cars lying off. And the bus stops on the corner. This morning, they did not stop on the corner. They stopped crossway the road, and all the north song traffic were blocked up, plus the people coming in. So I think that needs to be addressed because there's a big, and if one of the speeders had come out this morning, because I said to one of the guys when I was coming back in, I said to him, there's a lot of cars out there. It was going to be one big, because unless they had touched the car with like how you touch a finger, but if they had come out there speeding, from the time they hit the first car that they were behind, everything would just pile up on each other like crabs in a barrel, and they don't need to ask me for no witness to go because like I say, I never see nothing. Plus the kids, when they drop them, they get in the road. There's 3 people that live down in here that be complaining, and they complain to me. I say, well, why don't you go? They say, no, you're the talk so person. I say, because like the man say, when I go on, everybody gets benefit, but some people don't have the guts. But I don't care because only one person I respect, or I won't say that respect, but I'm responsible to what I call it, and that's God. I don't care who like me. And they get used to getting the road, and when the guy come out in the morning, and then when I say come on, they need to stay out of the road. They put their shoes in the road, they put their bag, and they're just trucking like they got ants on their pants or bugs in their skin. And one of them asked me one morning, do you know my mother? I said, no, I don't know about what that's telling me. I said, what that's telling me, on the need to stay on the side of the road. The people be blowing them, they barely move, tell the man come out, and they're right back in the road. All of that should not be. Why are Cayman like this? They don't know better than my kids, and some of them not. I don't even think that they are Cayman kids. If they are, their parents definitely not from here, because I don't want to call them nationality, I don't want to bash me because I will bash them back. But what I'm saying, why all of this happening? They don't know better than nobody, kids. And their horror come lately is because Mr. McLean used to call them Johnny's, but I call them Harry's. And then they got no manners. I tell one girl this morning, I don't know what they're learning in my pockets on her. The little boy get on the bus when I speak to him and show me the stick up finger down in the back and cuss me a old bitch and all kind of things. That shouldn't be. This is not the Cayman that I know.
You can definitely, man, I appreciate you calling it. You can definitely sense the frustration and what you've experienced there.
And they need to be listening, and they need to address it. Tell the bus people to tell, because the man said, okay, well, education. I said, well, you, the bus owner, speak to them. Tell them to tell the kids, to tell their parents to drop them by the college. The bus come in there, it'll be easy peasy, smooth going. They don't wait till something happens, and then they say, because they say, sorry, I can't bring back Laura, and you can't undo what's already done. So why that's such a big issue? And what I'm saying, they need to put a police out there, but then if the police come, they're not going to do what they be doing because they're going to see, because they say about when the cat away, the mouse will play, but it got to be the opposite. When the cat is on scene, then the mouse not come out.
No, I can appreciate the frustration, especially the fact you're calling about the safety of those kids.
And anybody that wants to speak can come out there in the morning. Even the woman by the farm say, that shouldn't be, that it's a chaos, I tell you, it's a big accident waiting to happen.
No, it sounds like it, especially if it's congested with cars and kids.
And then it blocks the people up. And like I say, if the fire truck or the ambulance or whatever gonna get in here, they not get in. And then the people that coming out of here can't get out. And then they block up, then they block the traffic. And then once the traffic get blocked up, then it be a big chaos. So why can't that be addressed? Come on, Governor, Queen, Premier, whoever listening. I spoke to the Premier myself about the speed bump song and had the other day.
If speeding is an issue,
obviously. The one that hit my husband and killed him down, and he goes to his sister and he goes to his mother. And the one that hit him, they're not getting out of hand because it's going to be 2 dead ones because I got to kill them. Then somebody going to come for me and carry me for your bank. Then I'll go and eat off the government first. And at 68, I don't need to go to jail because I've never been in court in my life.
Ma'am, we do appreciate the call. We do have to go to our 2 p.m. headline news here in a moment, but I do appreciate you calling in to let us know, especially with school.
I hope somebody listening and address it, or they put one police out there tomorrow morning and see what I'm talking about. Because the school just starts back today, and it's going to be that till whenever it resume again.
Yes. Now, you mentioned it on a Farrell Road.
I mean, it's on break or whatever. Because I stress it from before they went on break or whatever, and this morning is the first beginning, and they were worse. To me, it's worse. Like the old woman used to say, what's the riot?
Well, I'm glad. Hopefully, we can address it before the school year gets too far underway so that we can avoid it.
Yes, it's education that needs to tell the boss people
Absolutely.
to tell the parents to drop their kids there. Because they come out and drop them, so it's one little step to the college, drop them out there and then they can go. They don't have to come and block this road up.
No, that's true. Ma'am, thank you again for calling in. We do have to go to our 2 p.m. headline news. Thank you again and enjoy the rest of your day. On that note, let's go to our 2 p.m. headline news. We can come back again. We have open line from 2 o'clock straight through till 2:30. Back with more talk today right after this.
Follow Radio K-Man on Twitter. Radio K-Man on Twitter. All the latest information, breaking news, community events, and more. Follow us at twitter.com/Radio K-Man.
Today's biggest news.
Radio K-Man. Your voice, your choice.
Local, regional, international. This is Headlines from Radio K-Man's newsroom.
Today's biggest news.
With your headlines, I'm April Cummings. Longtime CG Britcay General Manager John Cameron retires at the end of the month. During his tenure, he steered the company through Hurricanes Ivan, Paloma, and Irma, a rebrand, digital transformation, and numerous other growth projects. Mr. Cameron has been a long-standing member of the Cayman Islands Insurance Association and became its president in 2014. He will be succeeded as GM by Lester Purvis, effective the 1st of September. In international headlines, Russia today says it will launch sweeping military drills in the country's east that will involve forces from China, a show of increasingly close defense ties between Moscow and Beijing, amid tensions with the West over the Kremlin's action in Ukraine. The Russian Defense Ministry says Vostok 2022 will be held September 1st through the 7th in various locations in Russia's Far East and the Sea of Japan, and involve more than 50,000 troops and over 5,000 weapons units, including 140 aircraft and 60 warships. Fisticuffs in the cockpit, leaving a leaky engine running while cruising over Africa. Air France pilots are under scrutiny after recent incidents that have prompted French investigators to call for tougher security protocols. The 2 Air France pilots were suspended after physically fighting in the cockpit on a Geneva-Paris flight in June, that according to an Air France official on Sunday. The flight continued and landed safely, and the official says the dispute did not affect the rest of the flight. However, according to French newspaper La Tribune, a crew member sat in the cockpit with the pilots after the incident until landing. Those are your headlines from Radio K-Man's newsroom. I'm April Cummings.
For the latest in news and information,
follow Radio K-Man on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Download the Radio K-Man app or log on to our website, radiokman.gov.ky.
Listen to the general public.
Your thoughts are just a telephone call away. 1-800-534-8255.
What the public is saying.
Let your voice be heard. And now,
Radio K-Man's Talk Today.
And welcome back to Talk Today. Again, we have open line for the remainder of our show. I'm Raymond Singh, filling in for Mr. Sterling Dwayne Ebanks. And again, we welcome your stories, feedback, or questions. 1-800-534-8255 or 949-8037. Or you can WhatsApp us at 925-3261. A big thank you again to our guests previously in the show. We had on Big Brothers and Big Sisters earlier in the show discussing their new fundraising initiatives that they are putting on, including a 5K walk run later in September, along with an open call out for volunteers to help with whether it's fundraising, whether it's being a big brother or big sister for the kids within their program, and their new program initiative, which is looking to assist with teen moms and big sisters for the mothers, the young mothers that are within their program. And that's a joint initiative with the Family Resource Center. And again, a thank you to Rotary Central, who was just on before the for 145, discussing the plethora of event that they have coming up, including the event at the Botanic Park on September 10th for International Literacy Day, the Alex Panton Foundation gala that they're putting on at later on that same evening, and then on September 17th, the Gumball Rally, and then a whole slew of activities they have planned, including the music extravaganza later on this year, and the children's events later on, Christmas events for children in December. Again, open line now. One of the items that we did kind of flag on our radar coming out last week, and it's been very public in this community over the past weekend, including across all media outlets, has been the recent judgment by the Grand Court in relation to the National Conservation Council and the Central Planning Authority and Cayman Property Investments, which was the interested party in that whole conversation. Relatively powerful judgment. I'll put a hold on my comments. We do have one caller on the line. Good afternoon, caller. Thank you for calling Talk Today.
Yes, good afternoon. I am so glad for that lady who called a while ago. She said it good and proper. And I hope they heard every word she said.
Thank you, caller. What was your experience?
Well, I don't live up that way, but I know some of what she's saying is true from what I heard. But as far as the police is concerned, in my opinion, I think we have more than enough of them on this island, and they need to get out and do their job, especially the traffic, because you hardly ever see them on the road, and I am forever crossing cars on the road day and night, all about in Georgetown and different areas. They're driving without any lights. They're still driving with the old license plate. What they done, they try to scrape off the yellow to make it look like it's the new one, and it's not. So I don't know where these police are to prosecute these people, but they need to get out and do their job. I can tell you, about 4 weeks ago, one night on South Church Street, a little small black Jeep was heading south. It was 4 people in it, no lights on whatsoever. The police car was driving right in front of me, and they crossed that Jeep like they didn't see it, driving without lights on. Can you imagine? A little small black Jeep with no doors or nothing to protect those people inside of it. They're driving it without any lights at night in a black Jeep that you can't see half as good as it was a different color. And they didn't even turn around to say, well, where did you realize you didn't have on your lights or to prosecute them? If it had been me, I guess it would have turned around and prosecuted me. But it's certain people that they cross on the road and act like they don't see what's going on when they need to stop them and prosecute them. And it's a damn shame what's going on in this island with all the drunk driving, all the liquor that's being sold in this place, and innocent people being killed. They need to do better than what they're doing. And I am so saddened about this gentleman that lost his life at the motorbike place yesterday. I don't understand why they don't have the ambulance there and 2 doctors and a fire truck. When these things are going on, you might say, well, they can't stay there because, plenty of times the accidents won't happen, but you never know when it's going to happen. And it's a shame. A real shame. I'm so sorry.
It is a tragic situation. I don't know much about the details of the accident yesterday, but it's unfortunate all around when anything like this does happen.
Government is wasting money. What they call revitalizing Georgetown, closed off Cardinal Avenue, which is the biggest waste of money I have ever seen or heard about in my life. Pure foolish is what they're doing as far as I'm concerned. That road could be closed off temporarily whenever it's needed for certain functions or whatever they want to do. But they have wasted money on that when you have roads all about a Georgetown that need fixing. And I mean fixing because it's like we're driving on trampoline the whole time, bouncing, wearing out your car. I guess must be one of the railroad cars as faster so they can collect more revenue to buy more cars and more parts for them. And they break the people that can't afford it. We have roads in Georgetown, Smith Road, Godfrey-Nixon Way, Eastern Avenue, Crew Road, and South Sound and South Church Street that need fixing badly, and they are not fixing it. Right there by Anna Holder Way, it needs fixing all over the place, and I don't know what to do. They can't see it, and they don't care. Georgetown constituents, as far as I'm concerned, in my opinion, we don't get a damn thing. All we get is traffic jams and concrete jungles, whereas the other constituents in the other districts, their elected MPs always try to get something for them, but we get nothing. All we get is these rich foreigners coming in here, developers, building all along the shoreline, amending the planning law for them to have their way as they please, yet they can't find time to do a new, sustainable, sensible, workable planning law for the people of the Cayman Island. They're just ruining this island, and they're allowing them to continue it as they feel. Anyway, thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Caller, thank you for calling in. 2 callers now that have flagged the concern with driving on our roads, and as someone who commutes as well, you've seen it on the road themselves, and now with schools starting up, the hope is that we'll see more cognizant drivers on the road. The first callers point to school buses entering into smaller, narrow roadways where it has to be shared, and school buses or the groups of congregation of kids not respecting the rules of the road at the same time. And I've personally seen the traffic on I was driving in, but the poor driving habits, I've seen it myself. I've experienced the near collisions, had one situation where driver just drove right into the back of me and kept on going like nothing had happened. And so I guess that plea, especially with kids now heading back to schools and the school buses back on the road, is slow down. Like there's got to be a scenario of being more responsible on the road, because you are operating a weapon at that time. It might be your mode of traffic, but it's somebody else's weapon. And so to echo the plea of both those callers is the need for drivers to definitely back it down. And again, to the RCMP, we know you do a great job out there, or as best a job as you can at times, but with regards to being that much more responsive, both callers have expressed the need for, and what they've noticed is more responsive times for the police. And I've seen them on the roads as well, so I know that the police have been out there flagging cars and trying their best to address the situation. But now with schools starting up, respecting the school zones, respecting the drop-off in the places where kids are congregating. And again, it's really incumbent on the drivers and operator of those vehicles. You have to respect the roadway. One more caller on the line. Good afternoon, caller. Thank you for calling Talk Today.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. I just wanted to say that Ms. Wood just now, I had agreed her 200% everything she said is so true. And like you just mentioned, that a school is back in now, and it's not even officially open yet until tomorrow. And just Friday on Smith Road, they're taking the middle lane to overtake the school buses, and something needs to be done about that, because I am so afraid that someone else is going to get hurt sooner or later. Those center lanes are for turning left or right, and they're using them for overtaking school buses and other vehicle that may be driving here and there throughout the whole island. But I just want to give time back to Ms. Wood. She just put it on the table just so she couldn't do it any better. Thank you.
Thank you, caller, for calling in. Again, that's now 3 callers, and 3 Cayman ladies who are very well spoken about making sure that our roads are safe. And that last caller is absolutely correct. That center lane is not for overtaking, especially a school bus. There has to be a higher degree of respect for the fact that, especially during school drive times, that the safety of the children take priority over you leaving home. If it means that drivers need to be leaving home earlier, then that's what needs to take place. If it's commuting in order to reduce the traffic points, fair enough, but there has to be a higher degree of respect for school zones and where the children are congregating. On that note, let's go to our 2:15 commercial break. Back with more Talk Today right after this.
For medical lab services in Cayman, go straight to MedLab. Blood test, x-ray and mammogram, all of that is MedLab. Affordable fees and friendly service, a full professional team. MedLab is always comfortable, MedLab is always clean. For medical lab services in Cayman, MedLab.
Call 949-7331 and ask about MedLab's new state-of-the-art digital mammogram machine.
A caring and community spirit, cherished family and cultural values. These are some of the things that still embodies the Caymanian way of life in the Eastern Districts today. Savannah Pharmacy, your neighborhood pharmacy, located in Countryside Shopping Village, is delighted to offer products and services of real value. Whether it's catering to your family's medical needs or carrying apparel, gifts, and beauty products, Savannah Pharmacy provides you with more than just prescriptions. Remember, they're always just around the corner with everything your family needs and convenient opening hours, including Sundays and holidays. Savannah Pharmacy. For more information, call 946-3336.
Back to school. Education is knowing the best back-to-school specials are at Reflections. Step into savings with up to 50% off selected footwear brands. Buy one pair and get the second pair of back-to-school shoes at 25% off. Save 50% off on all U.S. Polo handbags and backpacks. Ladies, don't miss the amazing daily deals in the clearance section on special selected women's fashions. Keep it classic with Levi jeans in a wide variety of styles and sizes from 28 to 48. And for the freshest gear, check out the new stock of Nike, Puma, Adidas, Johnny Cotton, and more. The best back-to-school savings are at Reflections. Find them on Shedden Road beside the Mango Tree. Open daily from 9 a.m. till after dark.
We'll be the coolest kids in school.
At Doctors Hospital, we know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctors Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
As the community continues to take precautions from COVID-19, it is important to stay prepared for other disasters now that we're in the hurricane season. Here are some post-hurricane safety tips from the Department of Environmental Health. Always separate debris from household garbage after a hurricane. Debris includes roofing materials, tree branches, and metals. All items of debris must be placed in separate piles and must not cause obstruction to roadways or come in contact with electrical lines. For full guidance on post-hurricane safety tips, visit www.deh.gov.ky.
Listen to the general public.
Your thoughts are just a telephone call away. 1-800-534-8255.
What the public is saying.
Let your voice be heard. And now,
Radio Cayman's Talk Today.
And welcome back to Talk Today. In case you are just tuning in for the tail end of our show, I was Raymond Singh filling in. I am Raymond Singh filling in for Mr. Sterling Dwayne Ebanks. A big pleasure again big thank you again to our two guests this afternoon. We had big brothers and big sisters who were on for the opening of our show. Quick recap of their upcoming event taking place at the Holiday Inn on September 25th. This is their new 5K, 10K fundraiser program to help fund their community match programs, along with their new program, the Teen Parent Mentoring Program, to help assist the new teen moms with just having that extra moral support, extra big sister mentor support for them. And then to the Rotary Central crew who were here at 1 o'clock. A big thank you to Carl and Miss Jonet for coming to discuss their 3 upcoming events. They have the International Literacy Day event, September 10th from 11 to 12:30 p.m. at the Queen Elizabeth Botanic Park. September 10th as well, they have the Sea Beneath the, I forgot the exact name of the event, my apologies, the Alex Panda Foundation Gala event taking place September 10th. And then September 17th, the Gumball Rally fundraiser event, followed by the October to November Music Extravaganza event, and then later in December, their Christmas parties and other kid-friendly events. I am always impressed with the Rotary Central's initiatives. They do quite a bit, and the stance they've taken on their literacy programs is commendable. Again, a big thank you to our last 3 callers who called and talked about the state of our roadways, especially in the mornings during school time. And my plea again to the community to slow down, to really take precaution when we're talking about our kids on our roadways, school zones, and just having a general respect for the fact that when you're on the road driving a car, you are operating a weapon at that time. Please be careful. Please be safe. But on that note, we will call it a wrap for today's show. A big thank you again to all of our loyal listeners out there in Radio Cayman Nation. A thank you again to our guests, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Rotary Central, and our last 3 callers. On behalf of the entire Radio Cayman family, thank you for tuning into your station of the nation. I'm Raymond Singh. God bless and have a safe rest of your week.
Talk Today is brought to you by Subway, open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration, Tourism and Transport. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. MedLab in Smith Road Plaza, your complete medical laboratory solution. Call 949-7331. And Savannah Pharmacy in Countryside Shopping Village, convenient opening hours including Sundays and holidays.